Welcome back. I'm so glad that you could join us for the last day of our virtual VBS. I've been having so much fun this week just crafting and singing and dancing and doing the workouts, and I hope that you've been having a great time too. I want to thank all the parents who've sent in pictures of their kids to us. We've had such a great time seeing their pictures and videos. If you haven't sent any pictures yet, please go ahead and send it to the email address listed below. And if you've missed any of our episodes or you'd like to share these episodes with your family or friends, we have all our episodes saved on our church's YouTube site so you can access it on demand at any time. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's go ahead and sit back, relax on your favorite chair, and enjoy the program. I'll see you next year. Bye.
Shalom! Peace be unto you, my friends. Welcome back to Heroes, where we're making a big difference in small ways. My name is Zara. Do you know where we are today? Today, we are in Bethany, a place where heroes are talked about. Isn't that cool? Can you believe it? But today is our last day of Heroes. I wish you could stay here forever. Just think of all the stories we could keep talking about. Well, don't worry. We still have really cool things in store for you today. I'm so glad that you chose to spend this week with us at Heroes. We've learned so many things about how Jesus can help us be heroes for Him. We learned to be brave, to be devoted, to be caring, and to be bold. It is so amazing that we learned all these things right here in Bethany. But before we start, I would like to begin with a word of prayer. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you that we are able to visit one last time to hear another incredible story from the Bible. Please help us to learn how to share and to be heroes for you. In Jesus' name, amen. I've really enjoyed our songs this week. Haven't you? I want you to always remember a hero is brave, devoted, caring, and bold. Now let's sing with boldness, and maybe you can even share this song with your neighbor. Now please stand up with me and sing our Heroes theme song. Stand up! how small I am, God helps me to be strong and mighty every day, and He helps us to make a difference. Isn't God wonderful? Okay, at this time, you can take a seat if you'd like. Now that you've taken a seat, who remembers our action point from yesterday? Quick, let's say it. Don't forget the motions. Be bold. Jesus is with me. Very good. I can see that you remember how Rhoda was bold in telling others, even though they didn't believe her. Okay, next I have a tough question for all of you watching. How many of you like to share? What about sharing your toys? Or sharing money? Or even your friends? Sharing isn't always easy, but when we share, we are always being generous. Sometimes sharing can be hard, but it can also be really fun. Today, I'm so excited because we're going to have an amazing time learning about another Bible hero. This Bible hero was generous when he shared. Okay, are you all ready to learn our last action point? And we have to make it really good because it's our very last one. Okay, I'm going to show you first, and then we can do it all together. Be generous. Jesus is with me. Let's try it one more time. Be generous. Jesus is with me. Don't sit down yet. We have to do our key verse. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalms 27:1. That was so great. Now I have another question for you. Do you count your blessings? Blessings are gifts, like your clothes, like your toys, your family. Jesus helps us to be generous and share our gifts. We are heroes when we share with others. There's a song I want you to sing. It's called Generous. Let's stand up and sing the song together.
I count my blessings, for they are more precious than gold. The gifts that you give me are too good for one heart to hold. Oh, your love, it fills me up. And then it
Now let's settle in. It's time for you to grab your blankets and your favorite pillow, and let's get ready to hear today's story. It's about Jesse, our Bible hero for today. I wonder what happened with his lunch. Ready to hear what happened? I sure am.
Oh, Grandpa, I'm hungry.
Just a minute, Wendy. I think there's an extra apple in my lunch sack.
Thanks, Fanta. This is a really good apple. I like it a lot.
Wow, that's really nice of you, Fanta. Did you know that there's a story in the Bible about a boy who shared his lunch?
Really? Did he have an extra apple too?
No, this little boy, and I'm going to call him Jesse. Jesse had a lunch of bread and dried fish, and he gave it all away to Jesus.
All of it?
All of it. Jesse was really generous, like Fanta was with his apple. Being generous means doing something for someone else just because it makes them happy.
I'll bet it made Jesse happy to give his lunch to Jesus.
Yes, and it made Jesus and many of his friends happy too.
Please tell us the story, Grandpa.
Jesus loved walking around and meeting people. One day he was on a hill beside his favorite lake, and a very large crowd of people came to hear him.
I'll bet they wanted to be healed.
Or maybe they just wanted to listen to Jesus tell them stories.
Were there children and parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles?
And Roman soldiers and tax collectors and teachers and students.
And carpenters and fishermen?
Jesus must have been on a really big hillside for all the people to fit there with him.
It was a giant hillside with room for thousands of people. And yet, it was small enough so that everyone was able to hear everything that Jesus said.
I would have found every sick person in town and taken them to Jesus to be healed.
I would have wanted to be right up close to Jesus so I could hear his stories.
Lots of people were just like you two. They wanted to be close to Jesus, and they wanted to see their friends healed. So they followed Jesus everywhere.
Were there stores and restaurants all along the road so people could buy food when they got hungry?
My mum would have made me a lunch to take along. She's always worried about me having so much fun that I forget to eat.
Both of you would have loved walking with Jesus. And Fanta, you would have been glad your mother made a big lunch.
Let me be Jesse in the story, okay?
That would be great, Fanta. I mean, Jesse.
My family decided to spend the whole day with Jesus by the lake. It was wonderful. Many of my friends were with me, and we slipped away from our parents to get close to Jesus.
Jesus told stories about his Father God. And whenever someone would bring him a sick person, he would heal them. That kept everyone so busy that lunchtime went by and no one even noticed.
I liked watching Jesus heal. But the best part was when he sat all of us kids down and told us about David and Goliath.
I loved the Queen Esther story too.
Then Jesus told a story about fishing. And I suddenly remembered that I had my lunch in the special little basket Mum made for me. Jesus noticed when I reached for it.
Do you remember that Jesus had a small group of disciples who were always with him?
Yes, they kept the big crowds away.
And made sure the sick people got through the crowds to see Jesus and get healed. When I reached for my lunch basket, Jesus stopped telling his story, and he asked one of the disciples to offer all the people an extra special, super delicious, by the lake lunch. You should have seen the disciples' faces.
Were they surprised?
Very surprised and very worried. You see, the disciples hadn't brought any lunch either. And now that everyone was talking about food, they discovered they were as hungry as everyone else in the crowd.
The disciples told Jesus that the food baskets were empty, that there was no money to buy food, and that even if they'd been able to find the money, there was not enough food anywhere nearby to feed such a large crowd.
One of the disciples said, Jesus, it would take a whole year's wages to feed the people on this hillside.
My dad surprised us with some visitors one time when my mother didn't have any food ready. That was an unhappy day.
And the day on the hillside was like that, Wendy. Suddenly everyone felt hungry, and hungry people are not usually very happy.
I was afraid for a minute, but then Jesus told the disciples to have everyone sit in small groups. Then he told Andrew to see if he could find anyone who had brought a lunch.
How did Andrew find you and your lunch, Jessie?
He came walking by me, looking very worried, and I almost tripped him to tell him that Mother had packed me a lunch, but that I'd been enjoying listening to Jesus so much that I had forgotten to eat it.
Your lunch was just enough for you, not for 5,000 men and their families.
I know, but I offered it anyway, just in case, you know. Like maybe Jesus would want to share it with me or something. Actually, I was a bit embarrassed to offer him such a small lunch.
I think you would have been embarrassed to eat it in front of all those other hungry people. What was in the lunch you gave away?
5 little barley bread rolls and 2 dried fish from the lake. That's all.
But it's enough. God, you see, can make big miracles out of even small gifts. When Andrew the disciple took Jesse and his lunch to Jesus, a great, big, giant miracle was about to happen.
I had given such a little bit, but Jesus didn't seem to be worried at all. He prayed over my lunch basket and asked his Father God to help everyone on the hillside enjoy a good meal. Then he reached into the basket and began pulling out barley rolls and dried fish. Then more barley rolls and more dried fish. And then more and more and more.
The disciples put the food in baskets and walked through the whole crowd, giving people as much food as they wanted. It turned out that Jesse's lunch was too much food for all the people.
I ate much more than Mother had packed for me, and the disciples picked up 12 humongous baskets of extra food. 12 basketfuls than we all could eat.
Like Grandpa says, God can make great big miracles out of even very small gifts.
When we're generous, like giving away an apple or a lunch, when we give what we have to help other people, God takes our gifts and makes them big enough to do His amazing miracles.
And being generous makes us heroes for God.
That was amazing! It's so interesting and fun to learn about another incredible Bible hero. And Jesse was so generous. I don't think he had any idea what Jesus was about to do with his small lunch. Now everyone was full and no one was hungry. They could stay and listen to Jesus talk the rest of the afternoon. Now this is making me think, what can you kids do at home? What can you do to be generous with your friends? Maybe you can share your supper. I have some bread and maybe even some fish. What about your brothers and sisters? Jesse chose to trust and have faith that Jesus was going to do something amazing with what he had. Jesse was a true hero. Now let's say our action point. Be generous. Jesus is with me. I wonder what cool things Amira at the marketplace is going to show us today. Let's watch.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Marketplace Crafts. I am Amira, and this is the last day. I'm so sad. I'm going to miss each and every one of you making these fun crafts with you. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a really cool craft that you can share with someone. We'll be using items that are already available to you at home. If you picked up a VBS supply bag from church, you can use the supplies in there. This week, we are learning that no matter how old you are, you can make a big difference in small ways. Just like the Bible story today, Jesse was very excited to go and see Jesus and his friends. He brought along with him a very small lunch, some fish and some loaves of bread. His little lunch made a big difference. That reminds me of our action point for today. Let's say it together. Be generous. Jesus is with me. Good job. Today we are going to make some really cool flowers out of cupcake liners. First, you take cupcake liners like I have here. They come in all sorts of sizes, all different colors. You can see the patterns. I'm going to use this pretty polka dot one right here. So I have my cupcake liner. It's blue with polka dots. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my pipe cleaner. I'm going to use this colorful pipe cleaner. You can use any pipe cleaner you have at home. So I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to tape it to the back of my petal. So go ahead. I'm going to use a few pieces of tape to make sure that my stem is strong and sturdy and secure to my petals. Okay, I think 3 is good enough. Alrighty, so I have my flower. Now I'm going to add this small pom-pom to the middle of it. So let's go ahead, take some glue, stick my pom-pom right in the middle. Make sure it's nice and stuck. And there you have your flower. Now, out of green construction paper, you can make your very own leaves to attach to your stem. See, I have 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and tape it to my stem like this. Oh no, my pom-pom came off. That's okay, we can glue that back. Sometimes, boys and girls, mistakes happen, but you can fix them with a little glue and tape. Okay, I have my tape, and I'm going to go ahead and stick my leaf onto the stem. Okay, and now for my second leaf, I'm going to go ahead, add it, and you can use more than 2 leaves. I just have made 2 for myself. Okay, alrighty. So I have my flower right here. Good job, boys and girls. I hope you're following along at home. So you can make a bunch of flowers just like this in different designs with different colors. And you can even make a bouquet and make it for somebody else. Isn't that such a thoughtful thing to do? All right, boys and girls, let's do the action point together. Be generous. Jesus is with me. Boys and girls, I hope you had a ton of fun making all of these crafts with me. Remember that no matter how old you are, you can make a big difference in small ways. Don't forget to send your pics to the email below. Goodbye for now, boys and girls. Shalom.
Wow, nice work with making these flowers. You can be generous and share it with someone. But I wonder what they're doing in the Bethany arena today. Can you guess the animal?
Hi! Welcome to Bethany Arena, day 5! Can you believe it? Are you ready for your mystery animal clue? Here it is! I am strong and smart. I have a great memory. I can carry heavy loads. In the Bible, I talked once and I shocked my master. What am I? A donkey, that's right. This is Danny. He is 12 years old, and we are at the Nativity Ridge Farm again with Jeff Siebert. Here are some fun donkey facts. Donkeys are related to horses and zebras, but they have much longer ears than either one. Like many animals which live and thrive in the desert, donkeys have big ears. They have far larger ears than horses. Their large ears also help them keep cool. In the desert environment, a donkey is able to hear the call of another donkey 60 miles away. A donkey is stronger than a horse of the same size. Donkeys have an incredible memory. They can recognize areas and other donkeys they were with up to 25 years ago. Donkeys are not easily startled, unlike horses, and have a keen sense of curiosity. Why do people keep donkeys? Well, once a donkey has bonded with a herd, it will protect them against canine predators, foxes, dogs, coyotes, as it would one of its own. It beds down with the animals at night, and on hearing any strange noises, it will voice a warning to the herd and chase, just like a guard dog to protect its family. Donkeys form incredibly strong friendships. Donkeys are affectionate too. They seek out their trusted humans or other animals, whether to be petted or simply to stand nearby.
Look out below! Do you see that donkey way up there? That's crazy! But they trust each other, and a donkey is sure-footed. It is with its favorite best friend.
There are several reasons why donkeys bray. That is the sound it makes. They may be lonely and calling for a friend. A boy donkey is called a Jack. A girl donkey is called a Jenny. And donkeys are sometimes called burros. Donkeys are often a lifeline to families. In many regions of the world, they help with water and wood, fuel collection, land cultivation, and transportation of produce to market. Here are some wonderful donkey Bible facts. Donkeys are mentioned many times in the Bible. They go by the name donkey, burro, or ass in the Bible, depending on what version you're reading. Can donkeys talk like humans? Not normally. But once, God helped a donkey talk to its master. Look up the story of Balaam and the talking donkey.
Yeah, I was just trying to help my master stay safe. You didn't see the angel.
Donkeys have to trust the one they care for, and the young donkey that never carried anyone on its back before trusted Jesus immediately. That is pretty cool. Jesus and that donkey became good friends right away. The donkey carried Jesus, and Jesus wants to carry us and help us. If you look closely, all donkeys across the world share one mysterious feature. They have a dark cross on their backs, running down their spines and across their shoulders. Riding a donkey for entry into a city was an act of kingship. Jesus, our King, rode a young donkey that had never been ridden before. That was a miracle. We had a special story today about a boy we named Jesse who helped Jesus with his lunch, and a young donkey helped carry Jesus to help the world know he was the King of all. I like donkeys. They tell me a lot about my loving God. They are good, faithful friends and are huge helpers all over the world. Donkeys are so special. Have you learned a lot more about donkeys today? I hope so.
We're so happy that you know more about animals in the Bible. Bye! Bye-bye!
Donkeys are so funny, but I think they're really cool. Don't you wish you could have a pet donkey? Friends, we want to thank you so much for your generosity in helping support our mission project this entire week. But we have one more opportunity to make a difference. We can be heroes by helping with this project. In your VBS packet and the church website, there's information where you can donate to this special project.
In many parts of Africa, boys and girls don't always get enough food to eat. Some kids eat just one meal a day. Some don't get to eat anything. When children don't have very much food, it can be really hard to go to school. Maybe they are too weak to walk there. Maybe they have to stay home and help look for food. Maybe they are just too hungry to learn. Sometimes a little food makes a big difference. That's why ADRA gives hot lunches to kids in need. Because when there are full stomachs, there are full classrooms. Now kids are getting food for the belly and food for the brain. That's a pretty good reason to smile.
I've really learned so much with Mia and Megan this week. Working out every day, I feel so fit. Let's see what they have in store for us today.
Hey guys, welcome back to our last day of games.
Woo!
I
But
know.
also very sad.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the exercises that we always do in the beginning, right before the game. But before that, Mia, do you have anything to say?
Well, we do have an action point from today, guys. I hope you remember it. It's be generous, Jesus is with you.
Oh, can you teach me all that again? I don't know how to do
Yeah,
it.
so it goes, be generous,
Be generous.
Jesus is with me.
Jesus is with you. All right, you guys want to try to do that with us? On a count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Be generous. Jesus is with me. Nice, Mia. All right, you ready to get started?
I am, but just remember, guys, please take pictures of yourselves. This week, we want to see everything you guys have been doing, from the games to the exercises, and you can send it to the email below. If you have any problem sending it, just ask your parents, sister, whoever it is, and they'll help you out.
All right, so ready now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 exercises for today: lunges, punch-ups, and calf raises. And if you don't remember them, no worries. We're going to go over them for you guys. But as always, we'll get started with some stretching.
And before we start, don't forget to have your water bottles with you and stay hydrated, and make sure you're doing this inside because it gets really hot outside nowadays, so just be careful. Alright, what's your first stretch, Mia?
Something for the arms to get us ready for those punch-ups. Do you have any ideas what it is?
Okay, so you're going to take your right arm and put it across your chest, use your left arm and push back. And you feel that stretch, Mia?
Yeah, I do. How long do we hold it for?
10 seconds.
Alright, so
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Alright, you're going to switch the arm like this. And then you want to count for this one?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice. Will that stretch?
Yeah. I think we should get our legs ready for the lunges we're going to be doing.
You're right. What are we going to do, huh?
How about something for our thighs? So everyone go ahead and take your right leg, put your right hand on your right ankle and hold it. This one requires some balance, guys, so if you feel yourself wobbling, feel free to put your leg down, it's no problem, or hold on to a nearby wall to keep your balance, and just feel that stretch in your thigh.
Alright, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Lost my balance there. Alright, switch legs?
Yep.
Alright, want to count? Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Alright, and for my favorite stretch ever, everyone sit down. And you're just going to lean forward as far as you can. If you can't touch your toes, it's no problem. Just go as far as you can and try your best. And
I can't touch my toes.
Do you want to count to 10?
Sure. Okay, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whew, guys, that was hard for me.
Don't be sitting.
Yeah, you better get up. Let's do this. Alright. What's the first exercise, Mia?
So we're going to do lunges. If you can't do lunges, what should they do instead?
Just jog in place for 30 seconds.
And just do your best for everything. You don't need to look perfect. Just do it as well as you can. Get some exercise in for the day. So we're going to do it for 30 seconds like always. Can you show them what a lunge looks like?
Alright, so you're going to take either leg, right or left, and put it forward like this. And then you're going to bend your back leg like that and go as far as you can. Or if you can't go that far, just a little bit. And then back up here and then switch.
Yep.
Just like that.
So we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Alright, ready, set, go.
Woo. Alright, nice form, Mia.
Thank you, Megan.
Here you go. Keep going. You guys got this. Make sure you ask your parents to do it with you. It's always nice to exercise with your family.
It'll be really fun too. Whoever's in your house, get them to get up off their couches and off their seats and do a little family exercise if you want.
Whew, I think I'm sweating, Mia.
I'm already sweating, Megan. It's really hard. We're almost there.
How much longer? How much longer?
We're done. Perfect.
Nice. Good job, guys. Alright, our next exercise is, what is it, Mia?
Alright, so our next exercise is going to be the punch-ups we talked about.
Okay, nice. Alright, so for that, we're going to spread our legs a little apart like this, and then we're going to alternate each arm and go like this.
Just reach for the skies on the opposite sides. If you guys have a mat or a towel, a good way to distance your legs is just put your legs right on the outsides of either side of the mat or towel. And we'll do this one for 30 seconds too.
Alright.
Alright, go ahead. Alright.
I'm sweating.
Really twist your body, guys. This one is good to just get your heart rate up. And hopefully the stretches we did earlier for the arms will have prepared you for this.
Yes.
And again, make sure you get whoever you can to do it with you to join in. We're almost there, guys. Just 10 more seconds.
You got this?
How are you feeling, Megan?
Tired. But I got this.
Alright, we're almost there. Perfect. Time's up.
Alright, also guys, if we're going too fast, just take a break if you need to, pause the video or let it go and come back to it. So what's our last exercise for today?
We're going to do calf raises. If you guys need a break, like Megan said, feel free to drink some water. This one is basically just like doing tiptoes. So you're just going to up on your tiptoes, down. Up on your tiptoes, and down. And again, just for 30 seconds.
Alright.
Alright, ready, set, go.
Okay.
Whew. This is really good, guys, because especially since quarantine started, I have not been moving at all in my house. I just sit around all day on my laptop, on my phone, whatever it may be. So it's really good to get in some time to take care of your body, get in some exercise, do some physical activity, and it's fun too. Alright,
10 seconds, Megan.
All right. I
How are
can
your
do it.
calves
Feel the
feeling?
burn?
I feel the burn. My calves are very weak right now. This is very good for me. And that's it.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Good
All
job.
right. So now we're going to get ready for our game for today, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So today we're going to start our game.
What are we playing today, Megan?
We are playing a word search game.
How do you play that? I've never done one before.
Oh, really? Okay. So basically, we're going to use this piece of paper here where you guys can find it in your VBS packet or online. And we're going to read this story, and it's called Jesus Feeds the 5,000. And you can find it in Mark chapter 6, verses 30 through 44. And what we're going to do is we're going to read this story, and while we're reading this story, you see these bold words here?
Yep.
We're going to look for them in this part of the paper. And you can either find it horizontally, vertically, diagonally, or even backwards.
Is this the same story we learned about today in VBS?
Yeah, Mia, it is.
Okay, awesome. I'm excited.
All right, are you ready to start?
Yeah, but if you guys need to take a chance to pause the video, go ahead, print it out, get a pen, print as many copies as you want, and you can do it with your siblings, mom, dad, whoever you want, or just even by yourself. And let's get started.
All right, here we go. The first line. The apostles gathered around Jesus and told him all they had done and taught.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we need to find the apostles first.
Yes, all right. Remember, Mia, you can find it either horizontally, vertically, diagonally, and even backwards.
Okay, here's an A, and let's see if there's any P around it. Oh, there we go. All right, I found the first one.
Nice, good job.
So I'm just going to circle it as we go so we can keep track of the words. And then I'll
Nice.
put a little check mark by the words we found.
Nice. All right, next word is Jesus. That should be easy.
Oh, I found that one too. This is also diagonal. So it starts with the J all the way to
Yes.
the S. All right.
Nice. All right, next line. Many people were coming and going, so they did not even have a chance to eat. All right, so we have to find the word people.
People. Oh, I found it again, Megan.
Wow, you're really good at this, Mia.
Thanks. This is also diagonal.
Nice. Don't forget the check mark.
Oh, yes.
Nice, good job. All right, so then Jesus said to his apostles, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place. You need to get some rest." All right, find quiet.
Q. That should be pretty easy to find. Okay, here's a Q.
All right, let's look around.
Are there
the
any
little
U's?
box.
Oh, there's a U.
Oh, I think you found
we
it.
found it.
Another diagonal.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And it's backwards, guys.
Oh, yes. Double. All right, to the next paragraph. So they went away by themselves in a boat to a quiet place. All
Right.
I see a lot of P's.
I know, me too. Oh, here's a P. There's
Right.
no, that's not it.
No.
Oh, but here we go. Place.
Oh, nice, Mia.
Thank you.
And that is vertical. All right, next sentence. But many people who saw them leaving recognized them. They ran from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus came ashore, he saw a large crowd. He felt a deep concern for them. All right, concern.
Oh, man. I can't find this one.
You can't? I think you can. Want me to help you?
Yes, please.
All right. All right, let's look for a C.
Oh, here's a C.
Okay. And, oh,
There it is.
nice.
Okay, so C, O, all the way to N.
Nice, Mia. All right. So, okay, next sentence. They were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things.
Okay, so we need to
Teaching.
find a T. Here's a T, E. Oh, no,
No.
that's not it.
It's all right. Good try. Good try. I found another T-E. Oh,
No.
no.
Well,
This one's a little difficult.
I know.
Oh, I think I found it, Mia. There's T right over here. And E-A-C-H-I-N-G.
Oh, perfect. So another diagonal. And guys, it's easier to do this if you stay really neat with your marker. Otherwise, it's super easy to cover up the letters and then it'll get really confusing.
All right, nice, Mia. Okay, next paragraph. Late in the afternoon, his disciples came to him and said, "It's already very late." All right.
So two words we have to find now, right?
Well, for afternoon first?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Afternoon.
Is there a strategy you use, Mia, when you do this?
So usually I go line by line, trying to find the first letter of every word. And as soon as I find it, I look right around it and see if I can find the second letter. So for afternoon, the first letter is A. And then I look around and see if I can find an F. But here, as you guys can see, there's no F. So we're going to move on, try to find a new A. Oh, I found an A right here. And see, there's an F, and then you can follow it all the way down, and it spells afternoon.
Yes. And if you're a little bit younger and you find a hard time trying to find the words by yourself, remember you can either have your siblings help you, or your parents, or your grandparents. All right, other word is disciples.
Disciples, okay.
I think I saw that before. I think it might be in the third. Oh, right there.
Oh, perfect. All right, guys, so this is backwards. It might be a little confusing to find words that are backwards, but just follow the letters one by one, and you'll be able to do it no problem. Disciples.
Nice. Really neat, Mia. Good
Thank
job. All right. Send the people away. Then they can go to the nearby countryside and villages to buy something to eat.
Another 2 words.
I know. Countryside's pretty long compared to the other words we've had.
I know, but we can do it with our strategy.
You're right.
All right. C. There's C. There's one, but no O.
I think that's it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. There's an O, and then you follow it. Wow, that one is really long. It goes all the way to the end. It might get a little confusing to follow it, so remember, guys, stay as neat as possible. Megan, when you usually do these, do you do a circle or do you cross the words out?
I like to use a highlighter and highlight the words.
Oh, that's a really easy way to do it too, guys. It makes it super easy to see straight through the color, and it's easy to follow along.
All right, so next word is villages.
Okay.
There's not that many V's, so I think... Oh, this one.
Oh, perfect. Megan found that really fast. Villages.
All right, let's continue the story. All right. But Jesus answered, "You give them something to eat." They said to him, "That would take more than half a year's pay. Should we go and spend that much on bread?"
All right.
Right, bread.
It's a pretty short word. Sometimes the short words are harder to find.
There aren't that many B's, it looks like.
I know. I found a bunch of B's here, but nothing is connecting to the word bread. Oh, come on. There's a lot of B's.
Never mind.
We'll find it, guys. No worries. And just remember, if we are going a little too fast, feel free to pause at every word and find it yourself. It'll be really fun that way, too. Wow, I am having difficulty finding this one.
Do you want to skip this one and just go to the next word?
Yeah, we can come back to it.
All right. Okay, the next sentence. Are we supposed to feed them? So let's look for feed. And then we'll come back to bread.
Word. Let's see. F-E. No. I'm going to go down. F-E. No. Keep going. Keep going. F-E-E-D. There we go.
Nice.
See, this one's also bordered by another one, so it becomes a little hard to see. So just keep your eyes out.
All right. All right. Next sentence. How many loaves do you have? Jesus asked. Go and see. When they found out, they said 5 loaves and 2 fish. All right. 2 numbers, 5 and 2.
All right. So again, we need an F. I'm looking here. Here's an F, but that's not the right one. Keep going. Keep going. Here's another F. That's not it either. Oh, that was almost it. See, we have F-I-V, but then that's not an E. Keep going. Megan, do you see it?
I don't see it, but I think I found 2.
Oh, perfect.
Right over here.
2.
All right, let me
just have to find 5 now. Okay, so we're about here.
Oh, I found it, Mia.
Oh, awesome.
Right there.
Perfect. The horizontal ones are always the best to find.
For real. All right. Next and last paragraph. Then Jesus told the disciples to have the people sit down in groups on the green grass. Groups.
All right. Let's find a G, Megan. Groups. It gets a little harder the more you find just because it gets a little cluttered, but keep at it, guys. It's going to be super fun and you'll feel really accomplished once you're done. Group. I'm looking for G's here.
I'm not sure I see it either. There's a G here.
G-R-O-U.
Oh, there it is.
Perfect. It's another diagonal. All right.
Nice, Mia.
Oh, it's supposed to end with an S. Sorry, guys.
All right. So they sat down in groups of 50 or 100. Jesus took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish.
I saw loaves earlier, so I know where this one is. I believe, yep, right there. There's
nice,
an L.
Mia.
So loaves. And then now we just have to find the word fish. These F words are really hard to find. F. Oh, there we go. This is another backwards one, guys. It's kind of hard to find those, but
You did it.
Fish.
Nice. All right. He looked up to heaven and gave thanks. I remember seeing heaven before, Mia.
I do too. Is that not it?
Nope.
It's okay. Sometimes it gets really confusing. Oh, here we go. It's right on top, guys. Kind of covered by all the other words that we found, but there's heaven.
Nice. All right. And thanks.
Thanks. Let me see. There's a lot of T's in this area. But let's see. We still have to find bread eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's another diagonal one. It's the same T that we found in 2. I'm just going to follow it up. Thanks.
Nice, Mia.
Thank you.
All right. Next sentence. He broke the loaves into pieces. All right. Broke.
Oh, I found that one too. Here we go. This is another backwards one, guys. Broke.
Wow. You're really good at this, Mia.
Thanks. I like these a lot.
Then he gave them to his disciples to pass around to the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. All right. We're almost there. Divided.
Do you feel like you saw divided before?
I definitely did.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Divided. All the way down here. And up. Divided. Okay.
And you guys don't always have to go in order. Just like Mia and I saw the words before, you can skip ahead and circle them.
Especially
so it'll be a
if
little
there's
easier.
one you're really stuck on, feel free to come back to it later.
Okay. Almost done, Mia. All of them ate and were satisfied.
Okay, that's a long word. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. S right in the middle. It's
Nice.
diagonal and up. Just gotta follow it. All the way up to the corner.
Super neat.
Thank you.
All right.
That was pretty bad.
The disciples picked up 12 baskets of broken pieces of bread and fish. 12 baskets.
Okay.
All right.
I
That should be
wonder-
easy.
Do you think it'll be together? Because I saw baskets earlier, actually.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
baskets.
So here's baskets. We just have to find the number 12. All right, baskets is right in the middle of everything. That may be a little messy, guys. So we just have to find 12.
12.
No, but that was close. That was TW, but we just need a different one. 12. Okay, I'll do my little strategy.
All right, you
Looking
look for 12.
T's. Oh, here it is,
Got
guys.
it?
It's right here.
Oh,
You
there
go
it is.
down
Yeah.
to 12.
Nice. All right, last sentence. The number of men who had eaten was 5,000. All right, Mia, so we got to the end of the story, but I remember we still have one more word to find, and
All
that's
right.
bread.
Okay.
Hopefully we can do it.
You can work from the bottom and I'll work from the top.
Okay.
All right. We're looking for B's. Any B's that will lead to an R and then E, A, D. B. Here's a B.
I saw BR. You came down pretty fast. Oh,
Oh, there it is, guys. It's a diagonal one again. Here's
right
the
in
B
front of our faces.
the whole
missed it.
time.
All right, guys. So nice job, Mia. I think we got everything. It looks really, really neat, as you guys can see. And if you guys are getting frustrated and you can't figure out where the words are, you can skip to the end of this video and you can look at our final finished piece and try to find it. So we're going to go on to our next word search, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, guys. So as Megan said, we have one more word search to do. This one is going to be the theme of the Good Samaritan. So this is a parable from Luke chapter 10, verses 25 to 37. But since you guys are so good at word searches now, we're going to let you do this one on your own. So you can print it out from the same website, SASDAC.org, or if you have the VBS packet, it's already in there. And again, print out as many as you want. And remember to send pictures to audiovideo@sasdac.org.
It should be down below. And you can send pictures of you guys with the finished product.
We'll include a picture of the finished product here, but take your time with it. And just remember that both of these word searches that we did today, they both have stories on them, so you can go back and read them even after you finish the word search. And both lessons are about generosity, just like we learned today.
Remember, guys, be generous.
That was so much fun. I've had the best time with you all sharing and learning about how Jesus can help us be heroes. Are you ready to be a hero for Jesus? Stand up with me one last time. Let's sing the hero theme song all together. Wow, that was so awesome! As we learned, Bible heroes have done amazing things for God, but you can be a hero too. Making a big difference in small ways is what Jesus wants and needs you to do. Remember, you are never too small to make a difference. So go out and be a hero. Now, can we all bow our heads for a prayer? Dear Jesus, thank you for being our best friend. Help us to be brave, to be devoted, to be caring, to be bold, and to be generous. We are ready to be heroes for you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Remember, Jesus will always be with you because he loves you. Thank you again, and goodbye, my friends. I hope you had a wonderful time. Shalom. Peace to you. Don't leave yet. Don't forget to send all your pictures and videos of you loving VBS to the email below. Shalom.